I'm Coach Karaskinner from Sherman High School, and I've got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rise and star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
Dallas Fort Worth. Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a show that gives exposure, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right, we're talking to rising stars in our communities who are doing big things and living out big dreams. And today, 12 years in the game. Hey, we got all the way up north in Winterfell, Texas. We got the head coach of Sherman's women's girls basketball team straight out of the Big Salt, Texas. We got Kara Skinner in the building. Coach Skinner, how you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Hey, well, welcome to Sports Life Talk. All right.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, we're excited. We gonna jump into your story in just 1 second, but before then, if you came back through those doors to check us out, hey, thank you. Hey, welcome back to the family. If this is your first time watching the show, allow me to reintroduce myself. I am your host of Mouth of the South, B. Jones, a true Louisianimal. Mr. Yeet is in the building, and I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother, my partner in crime, the architect, the guru, the head coach, KT. Kev, how you feeling today, man? You looking good in maroon?
I know. I was about to give you a compliment, too. No, I wouldn't. I ain't gonna lie. But, hey, man, I'm doing great, man. Thank you so much for that great introduction on Coach Skinner. Coach Skinner, thank you for rocking with us. B. Jones, let's go.
That must be your Texas A&M gear that you be having hid under your bed. I know with that maroon and white. Okay, all right, brother.
Don't you got maroon and white on, too, though? Hold up, now.
I'm wearing the Sherman maroon and white.
So at my B. Jones,
you wearing the Texas A&M?
No, it's a lighting issue, so don't do that.
Technically, mine is maroon and cream, but I digress. All right, Sports Like Talk Nation. Listen, this is your first time checking out the platform. We want to say thank you once again. We appreciate it, Dallas Fort Worth. This has been a long time coming. We are 3 years in. This is season 3, and it has been absolutely amazing, and it's all thanks to you. We wake up and we grind hard just so we can make sure we bring y'all heat like this. But listen, this is your opportunity to join the family. Stick around. Hey, be a part of this amazing takeover of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We're going to talk to every high school coach that's doing big, helping grooming these young kids. We're going to talk to every coach we can, and we're going to keep on doing these amazing things. So on the count of 3, in Sports Life Talk tradition, we need you to do us 2 small favors. They clicks. Won't cost you nothing. Smash that subscribe button and smash that like button so this show can go worldwide. It can go viral. Is Sherman locked in with us, Coach Skinner? I know the girls team is. I know the girls team. I might have to come and challenge the boys, but the girls team, y'all lock in with us. Here we go. Smash that subscribe button on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, welcome to the SLT family. You got next, a premier platform. Man, we doing some big things, and we so proud to have you along our journey. But before we go any further, without further ado, you didn't come here to see the mouth of the South. Y'all came here to see what was going on up there in Sherman. We're about to give y'all the skinny. I've been working on that one. All right, Coach Skinner, it is time to take you through the Sports Life Talk initiation.
All right, let's do it.
All right, to initiate.
Don't you start that hating. Don't you? We got new family. Don't you start that hating.
B. Jones, that was funny, man. I'm trying to get my composure. I'm trying to be a professional.
Okay.
Man. You actually, that was a pretty good one. I didn't see it coming. Cool. It took me off guard. Okay.
That's what I try to do, you know.
All right, stop talking now so I can talk to Coach. All right, to initiate you into the SLT family, yeah, give us your top 5 music artists.
Okay, I have to go with some Colby Cooper, Dylan Wheeler. Let's throw some Randy Rogers band in there. Let's mix it up with a little bit of Creed. We'll go Destiny's Child.
Now you took us all over the place. The first 3, can you say it one more again for me? Because I don't know.
Colby
Randy
Cooper.
Rogers, Colby Cooper,
Dylan Wheeler. Randy Rogers.
Okay, so we starting at we're gonna start a 2023 playlist, right? And everybody that come on and give us their top 5, we're gonna put those those songs up on there. Like when they get to your part of the mixtape, they gonna be like, "What just happened?"
It's fitting. It fits. Okay?
I know. Hey, but you hit them with that Destiny's Child. Ladies, leave your man at home. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Was you in college? Was you in college talking trash, Coach Skinner? Ladies, leave your man at home because it's 11:30 and the club is jumping.
You gotta keep it interesting.
Yeah, but B-Joe, you didn't say anything about Creed. You don't know about Creed?
I know a little bit about Creed. I know like one or two Creed songs. They the ones
one song.
Video.
All wide open. Ain't that Creed?
That's some good stuff.
Okay, I do know that one.
Hey, you kind of almost hit. I mean, you wasn't close, but you almost kind of hit that note. I mean,
I used to could hit that note. What was funny when I was working at the music store at Sam Goody, I used to sing that all the time. People be like, "Dang, but okay, this ain't about me, B-Joe. Stop doing it." All right, Coach. So, who is your favorite? Oh, first of all, we got to give her a ranking. All right, Coach,
What you giving her, KT?
The highest we like to give is 5 mics, but in 2023, I've just been giving away all our money. And my saying is what? Why stop now? So she's been coaching for how long, B. Jones?
12 years in the game.
How much do you like Destiny's Child, B. Jones?
Houston, stand up. I love Destiny's Child.
Give her 12. Just give her 12. Give her 12. She brought something new to it. Give her 12.
Oh.
We broke, Coach, so if you can kick us any kind of money.
We ain't gonna have nothing left to get a second half of 2002. Every coach that come on after this, y'all gonna get one ding. You know what I mean?
To the bar high.
Yeah. All right, so who is your favorite superhero and why?
My favorite superhero, the Hulk, because Hulk smash. Duh.
So, okay, so for ours, you're gonna be what is it, Jen Walters? She-Hulk. So you're Sports Life Talk She-Hulk. So since every good superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
Oh man, jumping. Why not?
Yeah, there you go, B. Jones. See what you started?
Talking about the Destiny's Child. Jumping. All right. I almost thought you was about to say crisscross jump. You don't know nothing about crisscross, do you, Coach Skinner?
Yeah, I do actually. I do.
Okay, your players don't. Your players don't know nothing about crisscross, but it's okay.
All right, so if you could shadow anyone for a week and learn from them, they could be either dead or alive. Who would it be and why?
Kim Mulkey, because obvious reasons. She is fire. She's like my spirit animal.
Hey, your spirit animal. I'm just sorry for your players.
I was just about to say, now, Coach Skinner, that's telling a lot about you now, because Kim Mulkey got some fire. Yes, I'm talking about she chews butts. You know what I mean? So
I like it.
All right, so if you hit that subscribe button or thinking about doing so, please do. Leave us your top 5, your theme song, and your favorite superhero in the comments. On behalf of the SLT Nation, I want to welcome Coach Skinner with arms wide open to the family. So B. Jones, take it away.
Oh, I got the pun. Like I said again, the kids won't, but hey, it was still creative, Casey.
I tried. I butchered everything else. I had to do something.
It's okay. It's all right. We in here like swim well. All right, Coach Skinner. Well, welcome to the show. Welcome to the family. We are so excited to tell your story. This is crazy. We've been all around the city, the northwest, the south. I mean, it ain't a corner of the DFW. We ain't walked into their gyms, and so hopefully we can make it out there to Sherman pretty soon and see your girls play. But let's take this thing back to before you became a coach. Let's go back to Big Salt, Grand Saline, Texas.
Yeah.
What was it like for you growing up out there in Grand Saline? Look, we got a
sorry. We have a
show.
Sorry,
it's okay. Let her bring on.
Daughter.
All right, hey, this is unscripted, ladies and gentlemen. We do things off the cuff. This is the true definition of family. Now, what's her name?
This is Macy.
Macy. How are you today, Macy?
I'm good.
Macy looking like who the
Not
heck?
really minding, as you can see, but we're gonna do our best.
All right, well, Macy, you hang out. We're going to interview you in a second, Macy, so we ready for some tough questions, all right? All right, Coach, but tell us what it was like for you growing up in Grand Saline.
So I grew up, my dad was a coach, teacher and a coach. My mom taught until she had kids and quit doing that. Teaching and coaching kind of runs in our family, so felt like I was born and bred to do this, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. So a lot
That's
of what
awesome.
you see, I got to do a lot of with my dad of scouting and hanging out in the gym and that practices and stuff. So a lot of that.
So when did it click to you? When did it click to you like, hey, I come from a coaching family, I'm always around sports? When did it make sense to you? When did it just all come together and you was like, this is the direction I want to go? I want to start mentoring and helping these kids to grow.
I think I always kind of knew that that's what I wanted to do. I had an older sister and a younger sister, and we played school all the time, and I would have my little sister out in the driveway with me playing basketball and teaching and coaching her. So I think I knew that from pretty much day one. So I never had a second thought about it. So
now what was your catalytic moment that got you into coaching? Because it's easy to say, hey, I want to be a coach, but from what I'm hearing, we 300 episodes into this thing, and you got to kind of start at the bottom. Now we're here, right? You got to follow the Drake blueprint. You got to go work at middle school buses. And so tell us a little bit about your first coaching gig and what got you started.
Well, I actually kind of bypassed all of that, but I started teaching and coaching in Livingston right out of college. I was very fortunate to get a job at the high school level right out of college, and was a 3-sport assistant coach. And I did volleyball, and I did basketball, and I did softball to start off with. So I felt like I was pretty lucky. I didn't have to really start at the middle school level. I did my student teaching at the middle school level. So I did get, baptized into that. But that's kind of how I got into it. And then just kind of moved on from there. Actually, my first head coaching job, I was pretty much told I was going to take it and not really asked. And I was on staff somewhere, and they needed somebody to step into the head coaching position, and they came to me and said, hey, would you be interested? And I said, no, I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I'm ready. And they said, all right, well, the job's yours. And I was like, well, here we go. So how's that for a catalyst?
Was basketball kind of the natural first choice, or do you prefer, like in your heart, are you truly a volleyball girl or a track girl, or it's always you got to give me the rock? That orange thing just does something to you.
Yeah, I always just really was inclined to coach basketball. I don't know why. I don't know why that is. It's just something about the strategy of the game, and I think probably the early exposure I had with my dad of going and scouting high school teams and stuff like that as a young kid. That I think probably made me gravitate towards that. But I will say, track is a very close second for me. So they're like right up there, neck and neck. But definitely basketball for sure.
Well, we're going to talk about your dad here in just one second and the tournament and all of that good stuff. But you talked about the strategy of basketball. Long-standing debate between Kevin and I. Jimmy's and Joe's or X's and O's? What is your choice?
That's Jimmy's and Joe's.
So you think you got to have dogs. You just got to get them getting girls up and motivated, and they're gonna win you the game.
I think you got to have a relationship, a good rapport with your kids, and I've taken far less talented and less skilled kids farther than I think some of probably my more naturally inclined kids, just because of their work ethic.
Coach, well, bringing up your father, we know that this is a touchy subject. We know that means a lot to you. This was the first year that you actually had the opportunity to take your alumni, the Sherman High School, into this Eddie Rogers Memorial Tournament. Tell us a little bit about the Eddie Rogers Memorial and how did this all come about?
Okay, so my dad coached 16 solid years before he retired from coaching, but you never really retire from coaching. So my dad stayed on staff at Grand Saline High School, where anytime they needed somebody to come in and coach, he stepped in and did it. So he coached everything from tennis to track to baseball to football he's done it all. Okay. So my junior year of high school, my dad passed away very unexpectedly. And one of the things that they immediately did, kind of just, as a response in the community, was to create this basketball tournament kind of in his honor, in his memory. And they used to use the proceeds of it to fund a scholarship. And so that went on for a little bit, and the tournament has just continued since there. So my dad was born and raised in Grand Saline, went to school all of his life in Grand Saline, and then, ultimately ended up coming back and coaching all, I think, except for 1, maybe 2 years of his coaching career, he spent there in Grand Saline. So it was a pretty big deal to go back to that tournament. Finally, it's the first time I've ever taken a team there. And then to win the thing was pretty, I don't know. That was a pretty special moment.
I was about to say, yeah, I'm trying to imagine what that was like for you. How surreal was that for that buzzer to hit 0000, and you look around and you're like, Dad, I just won a tournament in your honor. Like, I think that's a story that not too many can say they've experienced something like that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I was really proud of my kids. I thought they, I wanted to. It's one of those things, you want to do it, you want to go back, but if you're going to go back and do it, you're going to go back and do it. You can't go halfway, do that. You're going down there to win. So I wanted to make sure that, I had a team that I felt could go down there and no questions asked, just pedal to the floor. We got to win this thing. So I talked to my kids about it, and
that's what I was about to say. Were the young ladies aware of how serious this was to you? Did they know what it meant to you?
Before I ever even signed us up for that tournament, I called my returning varsity kids in. They sat down in my office, and I told them about it, and told them, they kind of know a little bit of my story by now. And, I said, this is what I want to do. This is what it would entail, is kind of a trip down there. And, I knew that going down there, we were going to be the big school in a small school tournament. And I know sometimes people frown upon that, but I wanted the kids to understand, not just throwing you in some backwoods country bumpkin tournament, because I knew that that's probably what they were going to think.
Right.
I told them, I said, we can do it, we cannot do it, like, kind of up to y'all. And I don't ever want to take them somewhere that they don't understand the significance or important, and they're not bought into. And, they were pretty unanimous in, hey, let's go do it. So I was really proud of them, really proud of the way they handled it. And I thought they came out and played really well. And I was really proud of them. Really.
Did you get to take them like your old block and show them your old school and show them your old house and take them down the street where you used to pay for your favorite ice cream and all of that stuff? Did they see that?
We were talking about the Dairy Palace. We didn't go to the Dairy Palace, but in Grand Saline, there's the Dairy Bar. And took them to the Dairy Bar, and they were all laughing and making fun the first day. Like, where are we going to eat in this place? Like, I told them, well, we're going to go to the Dairy Bar. So we went to the Dairy Bar, and they all thought it was hysterical. And then they actually ate there. We went back every day of the tournament. So
that's a Dairy Bar led them to victory. They ate good. That was the secret sauce right there.
That's it right there, the Dairy Bar.
All right, Coach. Now this one is going to be a tough one for you to answer. And I told you backstage we was going to sauce it up, but it seems like you started your first year there at Sherman, or your first year coaching. You went 8-17, and since then you have become the queen of 20+ win seasons. This year, Sherman has won 19 games. You go into the final game of the year on Tuesday night, tomorrow night, February the 7th. Who do y'all play, and what does this game mean to your program?
We are playing Denison, which is our big rival. Yes, right up the road. I don't even know, 10 minutes up the road, something like that. So it's a big game with big implications for us. Obviously, kind of a winner take all type thing going on. Anytime Sherman and Denison play, no matter what sport it is, it's always going to be a packed house. A playoff type environment, no matter what, So
it's going to be electric tomorrow night, huh?
It's going to be electric. This is a big, big game for this community. It's a big game for these kids. Big game for our program, obviously. But we're looking forward to it. We're excited. I, checked on my kids this morning, kind of how y'all feeling, and they're like, Coach, we're ready to play, and that's all you can ask for. So
hey, well, you got them dogs ready to go. That's all that matters.
They're ready, so let's go.
Well, Coach, I gotta ask, because to me that's kind of heroic. I mean, that's something big. We talk about superheroes, but 20 games a year, like, that's a crazy kind of number to just hang your hat on. What's the secret sauce to that? I know you ain't been eating that much Dairy Bar.
Secret
How you winning 20? How y'all winning 20 games a year, Coach?
Well, I think it's been a long time coming. Honestly, it doesn't feel like we have. It's just a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work. A lot of long days. A lot of that first year, man. A lot of long days, and just kind of looking at each other, scratching our heads, like, okay, this is going to come together eventually, right? But no, I mean, you got to credit the kids. They bought in. They have worked hard. They believe they can. They have put a lot of trust in me. Sometimes. I mean, you heard my music playlist earlier. I'm kind of all over the place. Pretty indicative of who I am as a person. So, I think once they got used to me and kind of learned how I am and really bought into what I was trying to do, I mean, they just executed really, really well. So, I mean, that's all them. That's all them.
Now, Coach, I want you to send a special shout out because I know tomorrow's the last night that 4 young ladies are going to wear the regular season jersey and be Sherman Tigers. Did I see that correct? I went on the roster. Can you tell us who those 4 young ladies are?
Yeah, sure. Number 2, Simone DeHorney. She's one of our seniors. Number 4, Destiny Briscoe. Number 11, Andresha Looper. And number 21, Evelyn Charsky.
Now, if I had the opportunity to talk to Destiny, Evelyn, and the other 2, and I sit them down, they dealt with Coach for 4 years. What are they gonna say about you, Coach Skinner? Now that the sun is somewhat set, we still got playoffs, but what are they gonna say about you when it's all said and done, Coach?
Oh man, there's no telling what's gonna come out of their mouth. No, I mean, luckily for these seniors, they've only had me 3 years. I hadn't been on all 4 with them yet, but only 3,
okay.
So not subjecting them to too much just yet. No, I don't know. There's no telling. They'll probably tell you I'm all over the place, and there ain't no telling what's going to come out of my mouth. And Destiny, we call her the Skinner translator. She kind of just knows what I'm meaning by whatever it is that I'm saying. So when something crazy comes out of my mouth and everybody's looking at me like, what are you saying? She's the one that kind of handles it for me and tells everybody what it is that I'm trying to say. But what I hope they would say in all seriousness is, number 1, that I loved them, loved them well, taught them well, and threw in a little discipline here and there also. But yeah, I love my kids. I love those seniors. We're going to miss them. That's a good group right there. But yeah.
I can't wait to talk to them after y'all win the game. We're going to claim this win tomorrow night. You just said we sprinkle a little discipline. I think I got to talk to some of the girls and find out if it was sprinkled in there, 𝐤𝐤𝐤, or was it a lot of discipline? All right, so we're going to win this game tomorrow night. Dennison, I'm sorry. It's a wrap. You're going home tomorrow night. But me and KT, we go bring the Sports Life Talk Nation out there to one of y'all games. When we get into the stadium, when we sitting there, what can I expect when I see a Kara Skinner ran, coach-led team? What am I going to see out of these Sherman Tigers?
A lot of energy, a lot of defense. We like to hang our hat on their defense. So we tried really hard to run the floor, get down the floor. We're looking for steals. We're looking for deflections. We're trying to get our hands on the ball. And we get a lot of energy and momentum going from that. And when we get energy and we get momentum, we're hard to stop.
Oh, wait. Now, have y'all played Dennison before this year already? Or okay. All right. Well, I'm not gonna put you on the spot because I know I can tell that smirk was like we owe him something. We owe him something. Y'all go give it to him. So all right, Coach. Well, listen. Now that we're in a different era of sports, you got mental health, you got all kind of Black Lives Matter that happened. I mean, it's just been a crazy last couple of years. Have you seen your coaching style change at all? Have you had to adapt, or have you had to kind of change how you go about business, or is it like, hey, Coach Skinner, come give me a hug. I'm love you hard, and we're going to work hard. We're going to play hard. Have you had to kind of go through any change in your philosophies at all?
I don't know that I would change. I would say I've changed my philosophies at all. I've always been one to build that relationship, or try to build that relationship before, I'm jumping on a kid or anything like that. I try to know my kids. I try to know who I can jump on and who I can't jump on. And I want to think I do a decent job of that. I think I also do a decent job of, my kids know, they'll tell you, like, I'm not always right. And I know I'm not always right. And if I screw it up, I'm going to tell you I screwed it up. And so I feel like I have a pretty good rapport with the kids in my program. And because of that, I know them pretty well. And when you know your kids like the back of your hand, then I think you're able to meet them where they are. And so because that's been my philosophy throughout my whole career, because it was modeled really well for me, with a parent who was also a coach. I don't think I've had to adjust that much. I think my eyes have been opened more, with certain kids to certain circumstances and situations, but I don't think I've had to change my philosophy or my approach very much, because that's kind of ingrained in me. It's been embedded in me from the time I was a kid to do that, to be that. I saw my dad do that for a lot of people, for a lot of, kids at the time who grew up to be adults, who told me, what my dad was doing for them and had done for them even after he passed. And I was like, man, I want to be that for people. So that has been my mantra, if you want to call it that, I guess. And that's why I do what I do. That's why I'm here. And so I guess to answer your question, no, I don't really feel like I've had to. I think I'm fortunate that I haven't had to, because I've had really good examples and coaches and mentors and my parents. So yeah,
that's awesome, Coach. That's awesome. And I guarantee you, those young ladies who who probably consider it hard at times and fun at times, when they win those tournaments, they get it, right? And when they come back 10, 15 years later, and they're going to see you and Macy, and they're going to be like, Coach, I owe you so much. I owe you so much, Coach. But I owe him something. So I'm about to give him something real nice. Coach Skinner, welcome to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show where Kevin and I, we go 1-on-1, and you are now officially calling all the shots, okay? Have you ever played a game called Would You Rather before?
I don't know if I've played it, but I know what it is.
Oh, no worries. The rules are very simple. Both Kevin and I will make a pitch. You select one of those whichever one of those pitches you select, that host gains a point. The first host to get 2 points, or the best out of 3, will win this episode's game of championship rounds. And if round 3 is needed, we take it to the feet. All right. We take it to the sneaker game, and Kevin will tell you the rules about round 3 when we get there. All right.
All right.
You ready to go, Coach Skinner?
I'm ready.
All right, round number 1. Kevin, who's I think I'm the defending champ. If not, I'm still gonna start it off. All right, here we go. Round number 1. Coach Skinner, would you rather have a coach players that eventually become coaches? Okay, so you go out, you coach players who eventually becomes coaches, and they give all credit to you and say they followed the Karaskinner blueprint, right? They followed your way. You got this coaching tree of all the micro Skinners. Or
coach a player that makes it to the WNBA, gets drafted number 1, and credits you for their success.
I think I gotta go with what'd you call them? Micro Skinners?
Micro Skinners, the mini Skinners.
I gotta go with that one.
Well, you went right. That's the right answer. That's the right answer, Coach. Macy, we got one. All right, here we go. Round number 2. Would you rather host a YouTube basketball pickup series where you get to interview athletes, all right, non-basketball athletes, celebrities, while playing basketball, teaching them the game on a YouTube series, or
host your own cooking show where you interview athletes and celebrities as they take you to their favorite places to eat in their hometowns?
I like my dairy bar. I gotta go with cooking.
Yeah, I was about to say, he said you don't have to cook the food. So that's yeah. That was still the wrong answer. All right, Coach. round number 3.
Way to treat our guests, Boy Jones. Way to treat our guests. All right, so
I'm rocking with us. I'm a mini Skinner too. I'm all over it. Let's go.
I hope she remembers that for this one. All right, so we have a segment on a live show, which you can watch Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central on our YouTube channel. And you know what? Don't come alone. Bring a friend. We need as many people to watch this show as possible. But we have a segment called The Drop, where we introduce the latest kicks that are coming out. So for round 3, Coach, B. Jones will present a shoe. I'm going to present a shoe. Whichever shoe you pick, one of us wins. So if you can you give us a countdown from 3?
And keep your girls in mind, because your girls are gonna be like, Coach, how did you pick that sneaker over that sneaker? All right, so let's go. All right, okay. Let's go.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh, this is gonna be hard.
Oh, it's not hard.
See, that's maroon. That's maroon, Coach. You can't. My color, I got this right. That's maroon, bro. That is 100% maroon.
That is 100% red. It's
maroon, bro. It's Jordan's red.
Oh, and it's the wrong red. It don't go with
Well, I'm wearing this to the game after y'all beat Denison.
And I'm wearing these. The ones that's closer to your school color.
Yours look purple.
Well, yours look red.
Tough. I'm going to take a lot of flack for this no matter which way I go. It's going to divide my team right down the middle. So y'all really hurting me right here. I got to go true maroon though, because the Sherman maroon, and I got to go that. So I'm going Jordan, that one.
You going with the head coach? You going with your assistant coach? The assistant coach, KT?
Yeah, I think so.
Coach, thank you so much for helping me get my belt back. I couldn't have did it without you. B. Jones, your shoes look red. They may be maroon, but they look red, man. I'm sorry.
I'm going to have to talk to the production team about my lighting in this office because this is ridiculous.
Sherman, we did it. Just like y'all going to win tomorrow, Coach?
Yes, for sure.
You see it, B?
Hey, man, don't get no ketchup on my belt, man. Don't mess up my belt because I'm getting that back. Y'all lock in. Please smash the subscribe button. Come hang out with us because I guarantee you the next game, the next episode, I'm going to win it back. That's how I do. That's not lip service. That is straight
but
from
you
the
lost this one, so move on. Let's go. Move on.
All right, here we go, Coach. All right, Coach Skinner. The title of the show is Sports Life Talks. You got next. Everybody locking with you. _ karaskinner on Twitter. Look, I'm flustered. I lost. God dog it, Coach. Look at it. You sure y'all want to do a recap? I'm just
man, we moved on. Let's go. Come on.
All right, Coach. All right. So what does the future hold for you?
I don't know. I'm going to keep coaching, keep teaching. Going to stay at Sherman. That's the plan as of right now, and see what we can do with this program. See if we can get going in the right direction. Hopefully making a playoff run this year and repeat next year.
All right, Coach. You got any shout outs you want to give?
I mean, all my kids, all my seniors going out tomorrow night. We hope we get at least one more with them after tomorrow night. But my whole basketball program there at Sherman, those kids have been awesome. Love them all to death. So shout out to them.
All right, so this is a part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. I told them my story. I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach, who will you give your game ball to?
𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐿, he's our boys basketball coach at Sherman High School.
All right, 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐿, you are officially on the clock. But Coach Karaskinner, you are the truth. You are transcendent. I love your energy. 𝐤𝐨𝐬 would be super proud to know that you out there living and breathing under her coaching tree. But you amazing, Coach, and you leading the generation into the future. We so proud to have you on this show because Karaskinner, you got next. Sherman, show me some love. Let's go. Denison in trouble. We're about to do this thing major. Listen, y'all lock in with us. Stay plugged in to Sports Life Talk Nation. We got so much more heat coming you guys' way. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Don't forget to smash that like button and share this episode with somebody else. If you want to see some more pictures and all that stuff, visit our website or come check us out on IG at Sports Life Talk Live. And as Kevin so shamelessly plugged earlier in the show, don't forget we go live every Wednesday night. And yes, parents, it is a kid-friendly show. It get a little bit on the rails sometimes, but we try to keep Wednesday night church night. So we want y'all to come hang out with us, and we go live. I get to roast KT. You know the whole bit. But Kevin, what am I missing, man?
Did you mention the fact that I beat you in championship rounds?
That's old stuff. That's old news, man.
Okay,
you need to be more. You need to look in the future a little bit more. You need to be more progressive. See, that's the problem. You're always holding on to the past, but it's okay. It's okay.
No, Coach, thank you so much for rocking with us. We know that you got a lot going on right now, and we really appreciate you giving us 35 minutes of your time. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Thank y'all. I really appreciate it. I like what you're doing. Keep up the good work.
Hey, Coach, I'm a survivor.
Hey, I
survived. Jumping. All right, Sports Life Talk Nation. We love y'all. Stay safe. Be blessed. Respect each other and love one another because like my grandmama always say, we are better together. And keep dreaming big because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet!
See what's crazy is I knew you had next, cause you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag cause you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Like Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Like Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next, it's a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking sports life, talking this. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sports life, talking this.